after the fight, you posted a picture on Instagram, showing that you were taking an IV drip.
Mm,
Um, Now, a lot of people, or actually his team, was speculating that you were flushing your system or something was going on there.
right,
What
right.
tell us what was going on?
Okay, well, first off, I mean, just to make clear for people watching, the test that I missed, the post-fight mandatory test, was not even a steroid test. This was a marijuana and HIV test. I forgot about this test. I was escorted out the arena. Things were super heated. I was contacted by Gab soon after, and I went in, took the test, passed the test. Now, after I passed the test, the same time, Do Gyeom Lee and his team are immediately pointing their fingers at me and screaming, "He's on steroids," da da da, without even knowing what the test was for that I missed. So they're automatically just dragging my name through the mud, totally tainting my win. And real talk, it's just because they lost and they got their ass kicked. Like how professional is that? You don't even know what the test is for, and you're already making accusations and you're pointing your finger and screaming steroids, steroids. It's a lot easier to just point your finger and scream steroids and use that as an excuse as to why you got handled in 2 minutes of the very first round. And and the funny thing is, I hear now that at the time he didn't know what the test was for, but a few days ago, someone sent me a link and he just posted that he now knows that it was for marijuana and HIV, and he still wants me to get stripped. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, dude, I complied with all of Gab's requests. I went into the office immediately after. I was suspended. I am suspended for 6 months because I missed the immediate post-fight drug test. But I gave Gab my reason as to why I missed the immediate post-fight drug test. I said that I was escorted by security after the fight because there was threat of a brawl inside the cage and that would look horrible on live TV. They said okay, and they're like, yeah, but you did screw up because you missed the test right after, and I apologize. And they were like, but based on your reasoning, okay, 6 months suspension. But now Do Gyeom Lee he's crying and saying, oh, he still needs to be stripped. Um, Real talk, this is just a sore loser. This is just a guy that cannot accept defeat. As a fighter, we've all lost before. I've had horrible losses, that have haunted me. But real fighters know you don't react like this. You put your head down. You get back to the grindstone. You work hard, and you get your chance of redemption, and you get a few more fights, and you get a rematch with the guy that beat you. You don't go crying and making excuses the next day and pointing your fingers when you don't even know all the facts. It really just shows you the kind of character and the kind of person that he is. He's not a real fighter, and that's what me and my camp knew going into this fight. So,
Gab,
to your IB question though,
yeah.
to your IB question, on Monday before Gab even contacted me, and before I knew that I even had to go in, um, I got sick with tonsillitis. It was a long training camp because the fight got pushed twice, I believe. So I got sick. I mean, I ended up doing like a 3 month maximum intensity training camp. I got in some of the best shape of my life, but you can only go hard for so long, right? So I got sick 2 weeks before the fight, 1 or 2 weeks before the fight, and I got tonsillitis. I had white spots in my throat, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just about to go into the weight cut week. If I get sick and have a fever here, this is going to be horrible. It's like, please God. I'm like, okay, I need to get some strong antibiotics just to nip this thing and kill it right away. So yeah, about 2 weeks before the fight, I got antibiotics, and then right before the fight started, I got off the antibiotics so I could have an easier weight cut because antibiotics retain water weight. Um, and then right after the fight on Monday, before I heard anything from Gab that I had to come into the office, I went to the City Club in Makati, and I got an immunity boost IV drip, and I got a new antibiotics prescription. I have the antibiotics prescription if anyone wants to see. Um, yeah, because I was sick. I was sick going into the fight, and after the fight, I was sick. I was coughing like hell backstage before the fight. So, Do Gyeom Lee, I also beat you while I was sick, and you're making excuses and saying I'm flushing my system. Like, dude, I was sick going into the fight, and I was simply getting more antibiotics after the fight. And why would I be stupid? If I really was doing something fishy, why would I be posting online a picture of me in an IV drip chair and post immunity boost? You know, like, it's just ridiculous. You know, like who would do that? You know.
Kumite Radio is brought to you by Supplement Warfare. Go to supplementwarfare.com.au for all the best supplements on the planet. Use coupon code Kumite Radio at checkout to get 10% off all orders.